Alrighty. So microphone picking up the vacuum in the background, probably. Sorry about that. Library of Ruina. Where is it? There we go. With mods. Oops, all Abnos. Yeah, looks good. Poor Philip. Hi Yazu, how's it going? I am low energy, but we will stream regardless. I am D&D leader. Okay, why don't I have game capture? Because it's hidden, that's why. There we go. That would do it. Okay. We've got that. Letitia, Alriune, Night of Despair, Red Riding Hood Mercenary. I think we wanted to try one of these. Or exactly. We have options. Because we need to do one more to unlock the next tier. Check the tissue. I don't remember. I don't remember if we looked into this one already or not. Maybe with the internet, but seeing the stream normally. Alrighty. Sorry about that. The game window has been this big? Yeah, I guess so. So go from bottom to top. Any one of them to progress, yeah. Alright. Yes. Letitia, my beloved. I'm not equipped now. I was just checking the Abnos stats so I know what to equip. I'm not expecting to win this one. And tries to target with the most amount of gifts. On the third scene, uses a powerful combat page to deal significant damage and gives 3 copies of gift shots right before causing the user to self-destruct. Character dies after using that page. This character dies, a wee witch's friend is spawned next scene. If the character is killed before it can self-destruct using the special combat page, the friend is spawned with 80% HP. These are gift wrap friends. Okay, so it's a different stat block. Different character. I'd want to defeat it before it gets a chance to act on the 3rd round. Prioritize the target with the least amount of gifts in hand. Interesting. So she gives out gifts, they attack the person with the gifts. Block dice is powered by 4 times the number of gifts in the opponent's hand. Oh, so we're really bad at blocking. Okay, good to know. All their allies have died, all resistance change to fatal. Yeah, so we gotta take out... She's only got 180 HP, and normal resistances. Could probably brute force this one. Depending on their cards. But otherwise the plan would be to take out all the ads as quickly as possible. It's pretty straightforward. They're all weak to bludgeoning, it looks like. Blunt. And they do a lot of blunt damage. How is it? Her block dice that lose power? As long as the opponent has gifts. That makes sense. So brute forcing doesn't work unless it's someone who has gifts on hand. I think defeating the allies is the play, because otherwise she'll just block all the damage. That makes sense. Okay. Can I... yeah. I've written from the user's perspective. Yeah, usually. Sometimes it's inconsistent. Okay. And is this actually Roland's team? No. No, it's Hod's. Yeah. That's what I thought. Okay. So we do have a bludgeoning team, don't we? Like Emma's group. Or the puppets, yeah. Used by Wang's page. That. Well, the smiling faces, you're right. Yeah, okay. Got it. Just want to swap these over. Yeah. That should work. Does already have the smoke cards applied. Perfect. Smoking it is. Everyone's got their pipes. Boyo! I was gonna make the stream title a reference to the smoking builds, but I realized Twitch may not may think I'm talking about smoking something else. So I refrained. Boyo! Never forget the boyo. Alrighty. This is pretty rough multi-hits. I guess we'll focus on countering those as much as possible. You don't need to use the multi-dice cards if they're not attacking multiple dice. It's just these two in the front. It is, okay. Technically, I can redirect that. So we'll think about that. This is single target 2 to 6. Technically, that's got slightly better odds. Maybe do that for smoke gain. Great, that's even better. Do that. Yeah. I think that works. Draw a page. There's a 2-7 and then 2 defenses, so what we really want is a single target high damage, like that one. Before they get to the block. Bum, bum. That is all blocks. Okay, on Clash Wind and Flex Feeble. The lowest HP recovers 10 HP. That's annoying, but I can't block that. so I think I just ignore that die. We don't clash. That seems easy enough to avoid. What do I do about you? I use that against you. That's what I do. Okay, I think I can use this too. And these defense dice get used for one-side attacks, so if you just don't put any other card on her, they should stay where they are. Makes sense. Who's going to say you? Yeah. There we go. Forgot how I got here? Can't tell you. Welcome. Oh, we did pretty good. One down. Social distancing. Long dice game point 1 to power, deal plus 2 to 7 stagger damage on a deflect. That could be nice. Shy Look is really powerful. But I need to remember to do it on every attack. Okay. And I want it to be with the angry face. Okay, yeah. Not the smiling face. Thank you, I was about to ask. I couldn't remember. There we go, Wee Witch's friend. Looks all like Mound of Smiling Bodies. The target with the most gifts. Offensive dice gain power equal to the number of gifts in the target's hand. Makes sense. Angry people do punch hard, it's true. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. You've got... No one actually has any gift stacks yet, do they? No, because we blocked everything. That's convenient. So they're just picking targets at random. I can honestly mostly ignore Letitia. That's scary, though. That's 4-7. I got 60 HP too, that's a lot. I guess we need to redirect that one. That'd be overkill, that's probably overkill. You can do this one. Twin fights, you have to drop the enemy's HP to 0. Usually. Usually, not always. Oh, hey, Carrick, welcome in. Missed you there. Hope you're doing alright today. I stayed up way too late last night, so I'm tired. But I'm always tired, so what's new? Doing okay? Good to hear. Try to at least kill 2 of them, I think. Yeah, it's fine. Multi-hit. Wanna redirect this over here? Probably. That means... Oh, you got another trace of fumes, that'll work. And I guess we should probably try to defend against this. Then big hit on you. Yeah. No, it's hard to believe, but it's true. Mm-hmm. There are crazy thunderstorms around midnight. Makes sense. Yeah, we did have a lot of rain and storming yesterday. It wasn't too much at night, but I stayed up way too late doing a programming project. Someone, Oshu mentioned there was a floppy disk themed game jam where you had to make a game as small as possible. I think you got the neutral face because you forgot about it. I did. Oops. Thanks. I don't know if I'm planning on entering, but it got me in the mood for, oh yeah, how small can I make a exe that does graphics on Windows? And the answer was like 2 kilobytes. Just pretty cool. It's a little bit larger than 2 kilobytes now that it also does audio and input and stuff, but it's still like 6 kilobytes, which is tiny. Which is very cool. It's like if I shipped like a Unity game, that would be practically a gigabyte just on its own. It's a little bit of a difference there. Okay, everyone's targeting the same person again. You're staggered. You just need like 1 hit. Hopefully I remember to do that. This is locked in when I click initiate, right? The face? I think so. Yeah, we finally got hit. We finally have gifts. Just you that has gifts? Yep, just you. You got 2 of them. Okay. Explodes after 2 scenes, dealing 15 damage and inflicting 1 pitapat. The librarian dies with 3 stacks of pitapat accumulate. Okay, so I want to give the gifts away, don't I? That's fun. I like that it's got an extra indicator on the card itself. I took some extra coding and graphics work for a minor thing. Single target 410's not bad. Like, we can counter receive gift with gift. It's kind of funny. Oh yeah, and I can redirect one of those 2, so I can do that. You give me gift? No, I give you gift. No, you. And then same thing with you, pretty minor. This is a 2-hitter, 3837. That's pretty difficult to deal with. This might work. Then we just need 1 hit to finish that guy off, so sure, why not? It's on use. Okay, good. I did not check their passes. Or no, I did. Yeah. Off is a dice game power equal to the number of gifts in the target's hand. So unfortunate, but that does change things, doesn't it? I did, but I forgot. Which is the story of my life on pretty much everything. If slider redirected, it shouldn't matter. Yeah. Exactly. Oh, gotcha, gotcha. That makes sense. So I can do that. And then I will technically not have any gifts in my hand, if that makes sense. Because I'm playing them. Good point. Non-zero chance you're wrong, well, we'll find out. Thankfully, we don't lose anything for losing these fights. It's only the invitations that we lose books, technically. Let's focus on killing this spider. I need to remember to redo that. And then token defense against this. And then whack that spider. That redirected it not. Perfect. Okay. Oh, this is okay. Good to know. Generally won't be massively bothered anymore starting tomorrow. That's good. Back to normal. Dang it. I got this other thing in your face and forgot about it again. I did. I did. That's better than nothing, though. There we go. And down. Excellent. Slash dice game power. We don't have very many slash cards that. And I pay attention to the past so far. You got a +1 and a +0. +0 and a +1. Yep. Isn't that nice? Could have been worse. Well, this is going pretty well, I feel like. Oliver is the weakest, so we'll avoid redirecting there. Anyone have any gifts to share? No. We're still remarkably gift-free. Just playing hot potato over here. Okay, I want to redirect this one, I think. Can you take it? No. You could. If you had light. But you don't. You can. Okay. There we go. Can I redirect that? Should be able to. Yeah. And try to take out that. Add. $10. Oh, right. This is the big, after 3 turns, they explode thing. I guess we'll just try to reduce the damage as much as possible here. And then... Yeah, if we defeat it before it goes, I guess. Yeah, because that's on hit. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. And we can use this just for smoke gain, I guess. Just win the clash, it's true. It really is that simple. Just roll good. It's gonna redirect it as. Okay, so I'm trying to do that. We'll stack both of those on, and then back to that. Okay, and then I want to click this button when it is angry. Like that. I think. Double check. Yeah, it looks correct. Okay, so far so good. It's gonna spawn one more spider here, I think. Uses 1 power and clashes against Librarian. Each all block dice and power equal to the number of defense dice on said page. Taking staggered enemy, all allies recover 2 to 4 HP. Seems like an easy one. Okay. So we just burst you down, and then Letitia is free. Pretty much. And now both of those give cards. Okay. I can easily redirect that, so let's have you just... You're about to die, actually. You only have 2 stagger resists left. Let's redirect both of those. How about? It's a 4-8. Okay, that's more difficult to prevent. I just won't counter die. Yeah, that makes sense. It does just say dice gain different amounts of power. Now, unfortunate if that's not the case. Oh, it was one of the choices I ignored. Okay, never mind. Oh, okay, yes, I remember now. Okay, that makes sense. Context. Okay. So we only have 1/6, so you gotta redirect this one. I don't like those odds. We're gonna get enfeebled. And we've got a below average chance of blocking the first attack. That is the only way to prevent Oliver from getting stunned, so I guess we gotta try it. Same here. 3-8 is a little better. Okay, and then everything on the last ad. Your smoke count is very low. Let's gain some smoke. And you need to draw a card. Okay. Do I want to do that? Sure. Why not? No kill like overkill. Nice. Yeah, that tracks. What did they gift, at least? And I forgot about Shy Luck again. This is why I never take Shy Luck, because I always forget. Oh well. We win here, though. Yeah. Her moveset doesn't change at all. Well, I so died, all resistance is changed to Fatal. Alright. Hit her with everything we got. Have your gift back. Perfect, perfect. And then... Honestly, I don't think having gifts here matters anymore. It would just decrease her defense. And we don't want to take the damage, obviously, but... other than that, it doesn't really matter. It's not gonna do anything. Yeah, hit that one, sure. That'll work. She'll be stunned immediately anyway, yeah. There we go. And max on smoke, and I forgot about Shy Luck again after just saying that I was gonna remember. It's fine. Didn't matter. There we go. Leech issue suppressed. Which means we unlock the next tier. One day. One day I'll remember. First opponent to clash against the selected librarian gains the giftee status. The giftee clashes against a character other than the selected librarian. The gift explodes at a 40% chance, dealing 2 to 7 damage and inflicting 2 bleed next scene. If she dies, a new gift can be given. Interesting. The first person who clashes against the person you equip this on has a 40% chance at penalizing them for attacking anyone else. Interesting. Under the scenes, sneak a friend into one of the combat pages in hand. Including on-play pages. And activate when there's already a page with a friend in hand. The page with a friend gains 2 to 4 power. However, the page is not used within 2 scenes it exhausts. And 2 to 7 damage to the librarian. So boosts power by 2 to 4, but you gotta use it within 2 turns. That's not too bad. Okay, don't forget about Shy Look Memo and never look at it. Yeah, exactly. I do 280 HD for this. The first die of any combat page librarian plays with always roll either the maximum or minimum value. Take 2 to 7 damage if it rolled the minimum value. So we put that on, what's it called? What's the 1 in 4 insta-kill? Boundary of Death, yeah. Make it a 50-50 instead of a 25% chance. It's not an insta-kill, but it'll do a lot of damage to anything but a boss. We're now a star of the city. Try calling each star something beautiful. Are we really a star of the city if we are killing people? I guess so. The city shimmers and swells with desires as it always has. Humans must weave their tales in this everlasting status quo. Today, a star called the Library rose up to the sky. What kind of dream shall it illuminate over the city, I wonder? May the city stay mesmerized in its sweet dream, no matter how brightly the star may shine. So that sounds much more positive than all the previous titles. Really busy? What are you up to? I'm making a list of things I want to do once everything is over and I get to leave this place. That's a pretty big list. I made sure to include trying the meat stew you mentioned some time ago. So you really remembered, huh? I can remember anything, after all. What's the point of making a list, then? Oh, no offense to you. You're right, actually. I'm writing this down so I don't forget later. What? That means... perhaps I really am becoming closer to a human. I can feel my memories fade away, albeit slowly and partially. Never had this happen to me before. I still have mountains upon mountains of memories left to erase, though. Oh, well, congrats anyway. Your earnest wish is finally coming true. Thanks. I'm writing down a list of things I want to do next. The dream of my next step. It's like a fence, like you taught me earlier. To dream, huh? What about you, Roland? What do you want to do first when you leave here? For one, I'm thinking about quitting being a fixer. I'm tired of it overall. Really? I don't know what kind of fixer you used to be, but from what I've seen by your side, you seem quite well suited for the job. Not only are you a skilled combatant, you're also adept at dealing with a multitude of situations and getting tasks done smoothly. Perhaps you really were a kick-ass, as you claim. To me, those traits seem to be the qualities that determine a good fixer. Yeah, I guess being a fixer is the one career that fits me best. But I want to take a break from it now. I've had enough. I've made enough people bleed for causes that aren't mine. So what kind of work do you want to do? You're being awfully persistent about it. After I'm done with business here. I'm drawing a blank. You're out of ideas, why don't you help me? I'll hire you officially and properly this time. I give you proper payment if you insist. He says, making people into books. Yeah. What's the job entail? The things written on this list, of course. Like I told you just now that... Don't worry, none of these are about harming anyone. Well, I've had enough of that from running the library. Thinking about my next move, as you advised, the first thing that came to mind was freedom. Since I've had my revenge and earned my freedom, I thought it'd be nice to travel around the world without worrying about anything. Still, if you're asking me to escort you throughout your trip, don't be silly, I can defend myself just fine. All you need to do is be my companion to talk with. You got the guests who have visited us thus far, I doubt I'll ever get to make a friend who can get on with me as well as you two. Friend, huh? Or was I just under an illusion? With so few acquaintances I've known, and my relationship with those few people is nothing pleasant. Each of us was simply playing the designated roles on a stage. To them, I was merely a tool in a machine built to recite the script. Nothing more, nothing less. You mean the librarians? No, the Sephiroth are the employees. We've been to a different place under different circumstances, and we could have been good colleagues, perhaps. Anyway, what do you think? My job offer for when we're done here. How about that? Yeah, I'll consider it. Doesn't sound bad, alright? Letting go of all woes and just wandering the world. Pass the transfer cost limit is increased from 8 to 10. Alrighty. That's scary. Floor of Philosophy. Its patron librarian is called Bina. The air gives off a certain smell. In a different way that Chessed's place? It has the scent of black tea. It's a nice scent, I gotta say. Stands out from coffees. It is indeed, though I'm quite certain that the blue-haired noble below me still has not grown enough to appreciate a good cup of black tea. This place feels overbearing, unlike the other floors. Kinda fits with philosophy, I guess. Bookshelves are very wobbly. Too confusing to understand, it has a very heavy feel to it. What is the library like from what you've seen? Library I've seen? Is it a place of death, nourishing its thirst of blood? Is it a spire of knowledge, accumulating all sorts of information? Or is it perhaps an ark, sealing for a new life? Library I've seen was like an arena, maybe? Angela, the librarians, and others are all fighting to earn what they want. So it's really fierce and bloody, all in all. And as a library from your point of view, I see. What kind of place is the library to you, then? Now, for me, it's just a jail. It does not appear to be true. You are, in fact, looking to seize an opportunity. Well, duh, of course I'm looking to get out of here. That is what you say. Who are you, really? You talk like you know everything. I am Bina. No, that's not what Yours not at all like any librarian I've met so far. And you must be wondering what kind of being I used to be in my first life. Yeah, what the hell were you? I was an arbiter of the head. What? Just no big deal. It's not been long since I was awoken from my slumber. Let's calm my mind with the help of tea, so come again at a later time. Remember to bring books for me. Wait. Yeah, nope. I'll have to learn about that later, I guess. Bina's locked. In the one floor where you can't use the head librarian. Okay, yeah, I see that. That's interesting. But they do give you 3 people right off the bat. That's nice. What's up with that? That's interesting. Alright, Malkuth's done. Issad's about to be done. Odd's done as soon as Issad's done, and then we do that fight. We have to do All Reun and then the Realization. Different's got a ways to go still. Same with Gebra. Jessed's a little bit further along. And like all upper floors. A little more ways to go on that one. Alrighty. I guess we got new invitations now, don't we? Let's click on that too. Ah, we can replay the story, that makes sense. Only missing Hakma. Yep. Almost done. Yeah, let's see what kind of battle it is first, and then I can choose Hakma. Yep, that's the one. That's my name. Not quite. Almost. Yeah, we'll see what kind of fight it is, and then we'll gear up people as we need. I don't want to waste a lot of time shuffling decks before we're ready. Thumb Sotocapo. Kalo. Thank you for participating in the Thumb Summit, everyone. Yes, Underboss. Good to see our families gathered up in one place. Let's see. We have 19 seats filled. That means all but one family have attended. Alright, the Thumb is here. Yep. That's Rumina's cartel. We're still in the process of reorganizing structure after being attacked by the Black Silence a while ago. Still recovering, I see. Thanks for the report. Cut those friends off. We don't need a toothless mutt that can't rearm itself with that much time. Understood. Today's issue is simple. Take your hands off Elcorp's nest in the library. The Thumb will be in direct command of the matter from now on. I'd like to give a word of appreciation for the families that have shown much effort, and... Bullshit! You have no idea how many of our members died for that. Our family already poured a tremendous sum of money into this. Who gave you the right to speak up? Gotta stay quiet when an elder is talking, pals. You know better than that. When a subordinate dares speak without their superior's permission, take their lower jaw. Remember the rules. I apologize on behalf of my underling. Please forgive the rudeness of my subordinate. I'll educate this half-witted fool on my end later. However, I must say that I share their sentiment in all honesty. I should be back out now, after we've given so much effort. I understand how disappointing it may be. All of you spilled much blood in order to earn your share of turf before the street relocation happens. I wish I could give out a sizable chunk of land for each and every family who has gathered here. I really do. The Kappa Day copy demands otherwise. We have no choice but to obey it. The situation outside is going in an unexpected direction. Party other than the Index is involved in this conflict. The ones who pilfered our fabric. I'm deeply ashamed, sire. Don't be too hard on yourself now. I'll pardon your manners by taking only your left hand. Thank you, sire. You understand that we can't let such trivial issues distract ourselves in times like this. I'm only going to take your hand. No big deal. Don't worry about it. Let's carry out the Kappa Day copy's orders first and foremost. So what is the Kappa Day copy thinking to make demands like this? If one dares question the orders of the superior, take their head. How insolent of you to question the intentions of the Kappa Day copy. Such impure thoughts should be uprooted. Purge every member of the Night Owls by tonight. Yes, sire. I'll give the word. Talk about an impatient young fellow. Couldn't have hurt to quietly wait. I really just randomly killing people and dismembering people for talking. You'd think after that people would, you know, be a little more careful about speaking up. I know I would be dead silent the entire meeting. Just out of basic self-preservation. Kappa Day copy has told me outright. The Index. Yes, our boss insisted that we mustn't let the Index claim a single area of Elcorp's nest. But you, my friends, don't quite have the prowess to take on the proxies of the Index. Hence the order to pull out. So we should save up our strength at the moment. I understand now. This goes to the others sought a copy of the thumb and their families as well. Our ambition is not something as short-sighted as taking over a few blocks of space. Do you understand? Yes, Underboss. Night owls are one of the general invitations you can get. One of the Limbus Walpurgis showed it that they ran into the library in an effort to run away from the thumb after their boss got killed in that scene. Makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, because they're all being massacred. So, if you're gonna die anyway, you might as well take your chances in the library. Thumb seems to have quite a rigid structure. The index probably gives you a good idea already, but yeah, the fingers are rules and hierarchies that only describe as paranoid. Specifics may be different, but if anyone breaks the rules, that poor fellow is done for. Well, each finger has its own way of purging rule breakers. Suppose that's the strategy they evolved to survive in the city. Spot on. They can only survive by shoving themselves into a sturdy, unbreakable shell. If by chance to succeed in the library, they could get fame and power from beating a star of the city. Yeah, it makes sense. Unfortunately for them, canonically, library never loses. At least, so far. The 5 syndicates that crammed themselves all the way into the core of that hard shell and stood on the apex of the back streets earned the title of the 5 Fingers. Well, in any case, our job as the staff of the library is to receive any guests that come here, and the thumb is no exception. So, if they're the 5 fingers, then who's the palm of the hand? Because the hand is more than just the fingers. If we're going to take the analogy to its logical conclusion. That's why they're called the fingers and not the hand. Well, they're the fingers, but fingers are attached to a hand, right? Presumably. Okay, endured, bludgeoning, normal on everything else. Not always. I guess they could be disembodied fingers, but that'd be weird. Even spectral hands usually still have a palm. There we go, that's my Limbus OC. The palm. Alrighty, so probably a slashing deck would be the play here. City fingers running around wouldn't be the word. Actually, that's a good point. Disembodied fingers are probably pretty normal. We do have the head and no form of body, that's true. That does make a difference too, doesn't it? Ammunition. And boost their power. Class and respect. 1 point to restore 2 light, that's pretty good. Thumb's exclusive page. Discard 2 pages with the lowest cost from hand and draw a page. All dice on this page can bar for each ammunition discarded. Some cards, when ranged cards start becoming somewhat worth investing around. Makes sense. 3 successful attacks with melee combat pages out of random ammunition to hand. So they get a bunch of ammunition pages. And then discarding those gives bonuses to ranged attacks. Okay. Makes sense. Now these cards don't, or these key cards here don't specifically say that they do range. Those key cards for range are in the right column. Passive that makes you not discard range cards at all. That is convenient, so you can just keep doing it over and over. Makes sense. Oh, right, that's the icon on the top right is the ranged versus melee attack. I forgot about that. It has been so long since ranged attacks have been relevant that I've just forgotten that symbol exists. So they got a mix of melee and ranged attacks. And they discard the ammunition cards for improved ranged attacks. This makes sense. Normally when you use ranged cards, they're removed from the deck until the end of the act. That passive makes them just cycle around normally. Makes sense. Right, because yeah, normally they're one-time use. I forgot about that. I was gonna say this, but blunt damage is a bad idea against these guys. If anyone was slashing... Not directly. Yeah, so I think we build a slashing deck and come back. That's what we do here. Does it matter which floor? Not really, does it? Frankly, maybe they just unequip everyone. So they're free to use. And we'll rework them as we go. Get everyone. I forgot to check how many floors we have to work with. I should do that real quick. It's funny with the thumb cards, you keep generating ammunition cards and you can't get rid of them, so they just sit in your hand forever. So there are 2 acts, but we can only use 1 floor. Okay. Well, that gets trickier. Up until this point, it's been usually the same number of acts as floors. Yeah, so we got 4 librarians to last through 2 combats. Okay. So make them count. I guess we might care about abnormality pages then. Guess we prioritize probably the floors that have all the floor perks. It's probably Malkuth's. You know, the abnormality pages aren't that amazing. When dies the first set, you can also replace them in the second with the 5-person floor. That's true actually, so that's another great reason to use a 5-person floor. Probably one of the lower couple. Let's see. We go with Hod again. Curious to try out some of these Letitia pages. Okay, so I think the play is not bludgeoning, so I'm thinking a slashing deck. They have more passives to work with. Let's see, are there any abilities that affect range? Those pages range damage +1. Yeah, so that doesn't help us there. Let's deal with Page of the Crying Children. Alright, yeah, just everything is on fire. Burn everything. That's probably a good one to take, isn't it? You like it? If you're a Philip fan, makes sense. We could go with a massive burn deck, theoretically. Set everything on fire. Bypass damages entirely. Let's see, what do we got that helps with burn? Not much, actually. 50% chance to inflict one burn. If I search, does it show any more cards? No, that's what we got. Inflicting burn using combat pit is apply one additional stack. Same one. And 50% chance to inflict one burn on a successful attack. So, don't have enough passives to build an entire burn deck. Oh, we could do like a slashing plus burning. Potentially. Let's see. And I don't necessarily have to have everyone have the exact same gimmick, it just simplifies my thought process, so I don't have to think about it as hard. Yeah, because it could also go bleed. Slash and bleed pair well together. And we got a lot more options for bleed. Maybe we do that. Alright, so do we have any good cards with slash and bleed here? We've got Saya's Page. That's the only one with speed dice. Looks like it. Now just slash. Do we have any other good key pages with slash? They're really the only one? I guess this one technically doesn't have anything to do with slashing. Those were inherited. No, it does get a bunch of slash bonuses. Why wasn't this showing up in the list? I guess I'll just manually look through the key pages then. Start filter here. No. Yeah, I'm not gonna mix smoke. Smoke is kind of an all or nothing thing. That's only 3 pages, 3 points of free slash. Can't filter them by rank. Ups a little bit. An inflicting bleed. Okay, that's good. Oh, this game plus 4 power, all dice lose 3 power. Flying over? On what? Oh. You didn't? I don't know. I don't remember. This was months ago. I think I just needed a high point 3 dice card. for defending, and it does inflict bleed. Yeah, I was just looking for high damage / cards of bleed. For tailoring, I do have tailoring on there. Yeah, I think it was mostly just to have the 3 dice cards. So a lot of my slashing options were not great there. I'm gonna reset all these decks though. This is a full rebuild. Okay. I always see the massive numbers and I'm like, wow, that's really high. Yeah, it is. Empty a bookshelf at the top to empty back faster. Yeah, but this is more fun. Have you considered that? Nah. What are your innate passes here? Oh, those are right. You have a small chance of doing a bunch of extra bonus damage. All the time is money. With money, you can buy stuff. That is true. There. Are you happy now? Kidding. Alright. What's going on here? Got a bunch of Pierce damage bonuses. Okay. Good. But not what I'm about here. When are you ever happy? Good question. You had worms in your brain, they should probably get it checked out. They could be sick and sad. It's true. Near passes. Alright, just start with less HP. Endurance. Ideally I want something that boosts Splinter Bleed. Or Bleed or Slash, rather. And has its own speed dice. That's really what I filter for, is I want to filter for ones that have speed dice already. So I don't have to spend a bunch of points inheriting that. Lunt. Oh, Sayo's page looks good. That looks very good. Is that better than what we got on the other people for this gimmick build? Probably technically not. You got slash damage up. You've got burn. You've got gimmicks. Sure. Battle Ready is a really good passive. Yeah. For shorter battles, anyway. Do I want to swap these at all? I don't think so. Take the people with more health. Forgot to see what damage type they deal, but that's fine. Okay. Let's start looking at passes then. So, this is our burn. Want all of the burn. I think we want to take both of these, probably. Yeah, so apply one additional burn stack, that's good. Give you a chance to apply additional burn. And then we can afford a higher cost ability. What do we got? Power random type offensive dice, so +2. That's such a gimmicky one. Cover 2 HP on a successful attack, that adds up. And it's pretty cheap, but... Let me check what combat cards do. Burn. Obviously, we're taking Blazing Strike. Yeah, so it's kind of a mixture of damage types, isn't it? Mostly slash, but not exclusively. Salvador is the best that makes you do more staggered damage if the enemy has burn. That was a while ago, wasn't it? Knives key page. Am I thinking of someone else? Oh, there it is. Yeah, okay. Why doesn't that show up when I search burn, though? Oh, can I not inherit it? That's probably why. Oh, because he has passes equipped? Does that actually block it? Oh. I didn't realize that would prevent things from happening. I figured it'd still show up just grayed out. Well, that changes the equation. Now I know, and that's gonna be obnoxious. I'm gonna clear all that out then. I was thinking that looked like a short list. That would do it. There we go. Okay, so now we've got nothing equipped. It's just the one. Now it shows up, okay. Deal extra damage. Inflict extra burn. Inflict even more burn. Everything burns. And I've got 2 more slots. Okay. Like 3 burn. Crack of Dawn's pretty good. I like Crack of Dawn. Clash Wind, Inflict Burn. Yes, please. Three, 7, 3, 7. So this one's slightly worse, but you gain negative emotion points from it. This one requires emotion level 3. So is a negative emotion point pushing them towards higher emotion levels? Or is it lowering their emotion levels? That confuses me a little bit. I think damage to self is probably not a good idea. That'll be better options. Yeah, okay. So that is good. More likely to get their red Abno pages, that makes sense. This one's pretty weak, but it is page draw, which is nice. And also inflicts a little bit of burn. And there's the high target, high value target one. Okay. I think I don't know which one I drop. Probably one of the fierce charges. I'm gonna need page draw and light regen very badly. So what do we got here? And we're not specifically boosting slashing, so I don't need to worry as much about the damage type, but ideally it should be on use, not on hit. Something like that, maybe. Only 2 pages in the game naturally inflict more burn than set fire. And that makes sense. It is pretty good. Yeah, there's no Restore 2 Light for 0 cost cards. That would be too easy. I think that's probably our best 0-pointer. Then we need a page draw as well. Probably need more page draw than that. Probably drop one of the stigmatizes, grab a second 0-pointer. Something like that. May not be optimal. That's what I'm feeling like. So with all of that, what have we got? We've got all over the place. Got a lot of different damage types represented. So what do we boost? Guess we just look for high value passives. Singleton. And considered Singleton. I don't think I built a deck for that before. Yeah. For one more page at the start of the act. Could go that way. Cover 2 second resist on a successful attack. That would be nice, actually. Longevity. So what am I looking for? Singleton draw 3 pages. Might still be limited on light draw. Light recovery. I guess I have multiple options there. If we do that, we can probably take another burn damage card. No Crack of Dawn, that's true. But if everything costs 3 or 4, I'm never going to be able to use them all. It's kind of better than Fierce Charge. It's for a higher cost. Maybe? I can try it. So my usual decks weren't top heavy to begin with. What can I say? I like the big flashy ones. They're more fun. And I'm noticing that it's a problem. But the enemy dice numbers just keep climbing up, so I gotta have high dice numbers to counter, and that means more expensive cards. Well, I have your approval on the Philip deck. Fair enough. I still got passes to pick out then. I honestly have no idea what I'm looking for. No smoke. Using a page's original cost 3 or higher, all dice on the page give +1 power. That could be nice. Most of my cards are that. Unstable charge. one strength at 50% chance next scene. Yeah, that is pretty nice for a cheap cost. Still got all the good burn. You have no recovery options whatsoever. He's gonna measure one non-counter die that die gains +2 power and yields twice as many emotion points in a clash. That'll be really good for the deck that's all one die slashing cards. 10 bonus damage, 10% chance that could come up. I just go gambling. And I'm taking a long time here. I'm trying to remember all the card effects that I have available. Character discards a page. That would be pretty useful against the ammunition decks, right? Or on an ammunition deck, rather. Cost passive gives 1 strength if everyone is alive. That sounds pretty useful. Okay, somebody don't have it yet. Yeah. %10% HP on defeating an enemy. Some battles that ends up quick. Yeah, okay, I don't know. Could he go all defensive? Play general reception, I see. I have not done very many of those. I'm not sure why not. It'd be funny. Yeah, I kind of just do them when you tell me I really should. I want to be playing this game forever. Ideally. Was electric. Oh yeah, inflict paralysis. I'll try unstable charge. Round it out. Can I not? I'm out of passive slots, that's why. Too late for that. This is a long game. Anything I want to drop for a higher value passive? Internet's not being happy tonight, sorry about that. Hopefully it settles. That's probably fine. Technically we're wasting some passive points. Or out of slots. I want all the burn ones. Chainsaw works fine, but the chat keeps telling you messages aren't sent and stuff like that. Makes sense. Do I really need Flaming Bat? Psychologically, yes. Statistically, probably not, but psychologically, yes. I want all the burn stacks, not just most of the burn stacks. I want all the burn stacks. Okay, this is everyone is slashed to death key page. I'm not playing super optimal here. I just need to do enough to progress. Slash dice power +1 is pretty good. Honestly, locks it off from being used. So anyone else have the passive? Probably not, right? I don't even have most of these, which is fun. Maybe the fight to start and Bernie's song starts playing out of nowhere just because everything is on fire. There you go. Sure. Pick up both of those is pretty good. Yeah, this is pure slashing. Slash damage +1. 50% chance to boost slash damage by +1. Now I'm out of slots already. Bummer! That's really the limiting factor right now, more so than the point cost. Okay, do I have any really high-value bleed options then? It says slash attack inflict 1 bleed, I already have that. We need a clash inflict 1 bleed. Inflicting bleed with combat pages apply 1 additional stack. Could swap that out. Yeah, it's pretty much the only option. I guess because they have so many passes built in already, not very many slots to inherit. I could disable that one, but that one seems pretty good. It's right at the start. I'm already going to be using that key page. I guess that's just it then. Okay. Crazy. Using 7 out of 10. Okay, I want slash and bleed. Is that going to show you both or just the ones that have both? Does any have unique ones? Yeah. Healed my flesh. Someday. 7 out of 10, too much water, exactly. He doesn't have a whole lot of bleed cards, so mostly we're focusing on slashing damage. Not slashing damage. I don't have a lot of great options for her, weirdly enough. And Crack of Dawn. Obviously. Brawl is such a silly card. I was like, oh, that looks perfect. The dice are randomized. Effectively. Slay's pretty good, from what I remember. A. When's that one? That's right, I'm gonna take the entire stream to... Yeah, I don't have it, I don't think. Entire stream to do one thing. Another general reception page. I guess I gotta do some of those then, huh? Ink over could be nice. Okay, then we do three live regen and page draw, right? Is it? Clearly. That 3-8 defense is just really nice for 0 cost. Can actually use that for things. Even though we don't want the smoke. But yeah, it increases damage taken, so not ideal. Three costs 5/9 slash die, 5/9 blunt die, 5/3/9 slash die. That is pretty nice. That is pretty nice. I might have to go looking for that one. Oh, this one, oh, just paralyze yourself for 1 extra light draw. Pick up that. That one. And page draw, I guess. Something like that. A little silly. And I may reception only the named person will drop it. Noted. Yeah, not gonna be contesting very many multi-dice pages, but you know, if I ever need to lose a clash, I can lose a clash. We all know that means I will never lose the clash. Okay. Screw 2 light upon using pages, original cost 4 or higher. And this one, I just didn't have any 4-cost cards. Foundry of Death, Eugen exclusive. Cool. There we go. You don't have any specific slashing boost. In fact, this is a piercing attack. Could give you piercer passives. That could be a good option. Scaling is really nice. That has a lot of bleed too. We'll give you bleed passes, that's also possible. What have we got? We've got 4 slots. It's better than some of them. Enably using combat beta to apply one additional stack. That that could be fun. We're not slashing here though. Most likely. The additional damage against sendings of bleed. If you want to lose the clash and get the funny page where I can proselyte's blade, you still won't lose, but you can pretend you will more consistently. Yeah, I saw that one. At least funny. Yeah, and then when I was looking at piercing. I mean, if I want to go all out on piercing, this would be the one. I could drop that. We just do a little bit of extra bleed. We don't necessarily capitalize on bleed, but we inflict more bleed. We do a lot of damage with the piercing cards. And that's reasonable. Do any of these do piercing? I mean, that one does, but that's not light regen. This one does technically. I don't have a lot of page draw options. I want the game to be only use Yield My Flesh 9 times with everyone and beat the game without losing a clash again. There we go. Everyone's hand is exclusively Yield My Flesh. We have nothing else. Okay, if we go singleton, then we can't really capitalize on tailoring as much, but... That is piercing. Resent conditional from to overcome crisis. That's true, isn't it? I forgot that's a thing. Maybe. Just have a 0-point block. I see why this one's so good, because you gain smoke, which is normally not a good thing. So you're not allowed to opt into that good defense card unless you're building a smoking deck, pretty much. Okay, that should be good for light regen. So now we can just focus on piercing attacks. Good 1 and 2 pointers. Don't get hit and smoke won't matter. True, it is that simple. But it is not that easy. I can cook anything. The singleton all the pages getting plus some power? Sure, we are going for that. We're not gaining charge. Collect more bleed. Gain persistence for 4 scenes. There's 7 or more pages in hand. All dice in this page gain +2 power. And is not likely to be the case very often. That is amusing. That is single use, that is true. You know what? Sure. See how that goes. It's mostly piercing. A couple ones that aren't, but the ones that matter are. Alright, sure. Why not? So we got a burner. Got a slasher. We got a piercer. And we got you two. You just got straight up a lot more health, so that might be a good reason to go with you first, then. You've got all the gimmicks, low chance to do a lot of damage sort of thing. Could gamble on Rip Space. Could do a charge build. Why not? Could be fun. Where there is no charge passes, that's true. And it's kind of strange. Yeah, this one is really nice. Like how if you lose the clash, you gain power. Gain charge, restore light. Yep. More charge. So 3 charge to draw 2 pages. They're built different, incorrectly. Yep. Gain 6 charge. And overcharge is an emergency. That's all 7 charged cards. 2 copies of Leap. That makes sense for the page draw. I'm probably going to be short on light here, too. Because I can pick up another energy cycle, too. Yeah, so I should be able to burn through these pretty quick. And try to spam the heck out of Rip Space. First thing to like rewind. It's a decent defensive card, I feel like. I don't have a lot of defensive dice currently. Only a 1 point cost. Alright, any useful passives here? Not really. Or to kill things faster? Understandable. Alright, so we already have all of those. So what do we want to stack? We've got 5 slots. We have options. Let's just see what's high value. Understand Seal just not how you play. Understandable. Yeah, sure enough. Nothing is charge. Just the one that has it in the name. What are our damage types, actually? I wasn't paying attention. We've got... kind of all over the place, actually. Yeah. Probably not worth speccing into specific damage types here. Not sure what to pick up then. We could try this one. Our starting hand is really useful in charge decks. Yeah, that does make sense. Store one light and draw one page if the hand is empty. That's not terrible. Alright, this one's straightforward. Just boost all the slash power. And pick up some bleed if we have space. Looks like we probably will. Slash stagger. I may swap that around for bleed. Bit more bleed when you're winning a clash. That's pretty much the only option here. Dropping Razor Strike, which we already have, an 8. So it doesn't really win us anything. Yeah, it's kind of awkward. We already have all the high value slash boosts. Yeah, let's just pick up that one. Alright. And we only want pages with slash. That makes it a 6-9. That's not that impressive anymore. No, it's the discard one, that's right. Crack of Dawn, for sure. Inflict bleed, use smoke. Or those main job is to buff other pages. Oh. I did not understand what that did until now. Well, I'm learning things. Yeah, sure enough. Okay, so all slash dice power is +3. For at least this character, I assume, right? Okay, never mind. That's more useful than I thought it was. Oh, yeah. Huh. Noted. That makes a big difference. So what, that would make that a 510? A really good /1 cost. She has one. Desperate struggle. Deal 5 damage to self all dice on this page again +2 power. I don't like self damage, but that would be a 5-8 or 5-7, 4-7 for 1. Yeah, could be worse. If you overthrow on Sharpened Blade, can buff it easily. That's a good point. Yeah, because I guess those would stack, wouldn't they? Okay. That makes sense. Okay, I think we finally have our team. For all that. So I'll have an hour until D&D, so we can... Then, I do know a little bit more now, that is good. Project Moon UI confuses me. Yeah, okay, Hod's group. Alright, let's see what happens. Look at our Project Moon and UI design, yeah. Dun, dun. And he's actually particularly dangerous? Yeah, quite a few of them are. No one's doing any ranged attacks yet. Okay. Maybe to 4-8. How easily? people attacking you. Can I redirect any of them? A few. Bum bum bum. Bum ba-dum ba-dum bum bum bum. I won't beat that. That probably doesn't beat that either. That could. Hmm. Four 9 is kind of that, or 4-8 is kind of an awkwardly high number. Healed my flesh. That should win. I was expecting just a better cleanup. Yeah. Okay, well, I can't redirect either of these. So these twos need to go elsewhere. So I want to clash everything. I guess we just gamble on that. I can only play one card with HOD. So I need that. We just don't have a lot of options here. I think some of these are just going to have to be uncontested. Which is unfortunate. Okay, well, we got this. What do we got against this? Not a lot. Not a lot at all, but we can't redirect it. Slash is buffed. That is true. I always forget about that. Okay. Using a combat page with one non-counter die, the die gains +2 power. Slash dice power +2. Right. I wish it would show me. I wish I could see that here. Never mind. These are considerably... The slashing cards are considerably better than I think they are. I still only have, like, single die cards, though. There's an unfortunate character to get ganged up on here. And you burn everything. Yep. Ba-dum-bum, ba-bum-bum-bum-bum. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Da-dum, 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 bum, bum. This one's the more dangerous one, so we need to deal with this one. That goes away. That reduces that damage. I don't have any charge yet. Awkward. Such is life. Yep. 37, 57. We just only have one die slash cards here. Okay. Let's gain some charge here by attacking someone. I think these are all the same. Yeah, same key pages. And that just leaves these decisions. Okay. You know, 2 yield my flashes and a bunch of 0 pointers, so we're using the yield my flash against one of these. Either way. Probably against that one. And then... that's not slashing. I need light more than I need draw, so I guess we'll just do that, and we're gonna take the rest of the hits, and it's gonna suck. Such is life. I was very confused by the low health bar. Oh, we're legitimately taking a lot of damage here already. Oof. Alright, Slash dice gain power. That'd be pretty funny. Darn it, why are they all constant? Okay, no, they actually are spread out this time. Okay. It's still uncontested. And this one's ranged. Maybe about the rules on clashing against ranged attacks? It's been long enough, I don't remember. Let me ask you a question. Oh yeah, you're staggered anyway, so it doesn't matter. Dice get reused until all the dice on either side lost the clash or something like that. Okay. These are both 5s. Yeah, sorry. Every attack targeting you is a 5. There's literally nothing I can do. I have exactly one person that rolled higher than a 5. Alright, can you beat a 4-8? Presumably. Well, cool. Yep. No way Yield My Flesh loses that one, right? Surely. Uh... Don't like that gamble. Okay, so this should be able to beat that. We do that. Okay, I think that works. And that is uncontested. Yeah. But I have to. I don't have to, but... okay. This is a 3-er. I have charge. I've got 10 charge. Okay. I can boost this. That dodge is just going to be immediately consumed by the block. Do it for the funny. Actually, we can redirect that one is what we should do. No, I can redirect this one. Not that one, but this one. 717. Yeah, sounds about right. I've got nothing that can make a dent in that. But they're lower, so I think we want to do it. Have fun. When a dice wins, put it back at the end of the dice list and gets reused when it comes back to it. Something like that, that makes sense. Okay. Who do I want to burn? Person who's already burning. Okay. That is a high roll. Oh. Oh. Okay. That's good. Sorry, Hod. Seemed like a good idea at the time. Yep. Ouch. Yep. Nice. I have a cookie, I'll take the cookie. At least the bleed kills him there. Did Librarian on Todd again. Librarian, what are we talking about? Why are you sealed? Oh, right, because I used the charge attack last time. Right. Duh. Unfortunately, those are 6s. I was really hoping I'd be able to redirect the attacks. That was my thought process. I cannot. You're just gonna die here. You have to get through 2 acts with these people. I don't think I'm winning. I think we're getting better cards coming back. Five, 10. Screw you. This restores light. So I don't like overcharge. Yeah, no. Understandable. I just didn't have anything else that was going to block last turn's attacks. But it was a bad gamble. We have a lot of pages in our hands right now. Oh yeah, let's steal that one. The only one we can. I think we want to kill you next anyway. I'm gonna need light after this. As long as you win the first act, the second acts are easier. That is, as long as they didn't punch you too hard. Yeah, that's the trick, isn't it? And we're looking pretty bad off. Bleeding in on fire. And low. Did not dodge. Turn down at least. Oliver's at 20 HP. They're not even the ones that are staggered. Okay, this is more manageable now, though. Okay. I'm gonna redirect these. No. Yeah. Theoretically, I can redirect that. Like 10 burn. Sure, why not? We get it by the second one, but it'll be entertaining. Yep, okay. I rolled higher, look at that. Wow. Okay. Well, that's that, and this is this. Cover HP when hitting a staggered enemy. Hopefully we live long enough for that to matter. Well, darn, I still didn't pay attention to the face. No, I did not. You know, we're just gonna leave it up to chance, really. Who knows where the whims of fate will lead us. I guess this should basically just be an eco round. I think we kill them here. As long as we don't die to the clashes. Yep, there we go. Starting to stagger back in between acts anyway. Yeah, unfortunately, some of us are gonna die right away. Even with the stagger back. Soldado. Interesting, so it's still no bosses. It's still the same enemy style. Interesting. They were like, we're just gonna send a bunch of underlings into the library. Have fun, guys. Which is good, because it means I don't have to worry about specific pages. That doesn't sound like the Mafia. True. Very true. Okay, can redirect this one. We got a counter. 3757. Even if we roll max that, it's not an insta-kill. I could have put a fresh nugget in, I forgot about that. Forgot you can switch between waves. That would have been smart. Unfortunately, I'm not very smart. I forgot about that mechanic. Okay. I just gotta do it. I have 6 HP. I don't think I survive it. We're just gonna gamble on doing a bunch of damage before we die. That's all we got. Let's go gambling! I mean, even if we roll max of that, it's still not gonna kill anyone, but... let's get us closer to not immediately getting rolled. Okay, 4A, that's relatively straightforward at this point. Now that we got some light to work with, that's nice. Oh boy. You got that contest is 717. Nothing. As we got is a 513. So that's what we're doing. We need charge. If we survive this to begin with. Okay. You don't have enough light to play a second card. Such a shame. Yeah, Crack of Dawn on someone. I'm gonna try preemptively, avenging you. Yep, that is higher than a 13. Didn't die, though. Now you're dead. We tried. Did not win the lottery. I feel bad because this mechanic is entirely under my control. And I literally just cannot manage the cognitive overhead to actually, like, keep track of it. Yep, okay, so we got 2 down to half. And we are considerably below half, and everyone is killing you, specifically. Remember to hydrate? Yes, I have been. But I'll do some more. Yeah, Blazing Strike back. Any other big hits here? No, just the one, okay. Let's counter that one. I'm gonna redirect this 3. Or this 3. I don't have anything for that one, really. You have protection. That is nice. Let's keep yielding flesh until it works. We will lose Clash someday. Yeah, we can do that. And, that's just gonna be unfortunate over there. I can't redirect to 6, even if I wanted to. Meetings will continue until morale improves, it's true. You'll continue taking damage until their emotion level climbs. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. That is not what I wanted to see. I rolled a 6 and then I immediately see it jump to 13. Having all the slash boost is pretty nice. When it lands. Let's add a friend. To you. Only meanies hurt friends, it's true. We are at max emotion level nearly. It's that bad. We got good speed rolls though, so we can redirect some of this. This one we can't. So either way, we need to clash this one with this die. Okay, that's what we got. And you just try to take that person out. Just win the fight. It really is that simple at the end of the day. We do have 10 charge and rip space now. It's the start of the day, that too, then. Yeah, we gotta redirect the rest here. So there's 4. That should be simple enough. I say, because I can't do anything about it. Do that. Yeah. Now it's just these two. Can do that. Because now everyone can get a life from desperate struggle. It is true. And we just straight up lose that. I'd rather they take the damage, I think, here. Not gonna be enough to kill. Hopefully. Now I'm doubting. Fine, whatever. Overkill's overkill. Rather they be off the field. Oof. Painful. Okay, 2 staggered. Everyone's very low. Sure, we'll overcharge here, why not? And then, what's our highest damage here? We have no charge. 3-7, 3-5. 5-17. Even if we don't boost charge power. That's pretty good. Well, the prescript... No, we can redirect that one for sure. Yeah, we'll have charge... Oh, it is immediately, isn't it? Is it gives 10 charge immediately and then you become mobilized next scene? Or is it you get 10 charge at the start of the next scene? That makes a big difference. But either way, we'll do that. Do that. Do that. There we go. And you just gain 10 next scene seems useless. Well, I always assumed that was the point. So that you'd be immobilized next turn, but on the following turn you'd be ready to use the super move. I guess being able to burn them immediately is nice. Okay, well we actually managed to win. I was honestly not expecting to win there. So I'll take it. Looks like Thumb mainly uses firearms. You can overcharge and rip on the same turn. That makes sense. I think I got the Thumb Soldado book, probably. So Thumb mainly uses firearms. I also seem to use bullets in various ways, as opposed to the full stop office we received some time ago. These people would swing the gun itself as a melee weapon, too. Like I said before, bullets are expensive. Even though the bullets the Thumb uses are self-made, the price is anything but affordable. You utilize bullets in clever ways, depending on the situation. But won't actually fire them unless it's a huge deal. Does that mean they mostly use their guns to a close-range weapon like that, then? Yep. A good swing can easily crush you in bones. Guns are made using pretty nifty technology and materials. Yeah, figure. Wow. Religion, huh? The floor smells like danger. So you've come, Roland. I didn't think we were unlocking it so quickly, okay. Hi, Aqua. Angelic choir in the background. So you've come, Roland. Hey, Akma, I'm Roland, the guy who's going to be bringing books here from now on. Can you double as Angela's servant? Yep, a servant I am. You seem rather content with your occupation. It's not about satisfaction or anything, I'm just doing this because the only other option is death. You aren't exactly fond of me or Angela, huh? Judging from your overbearing attitude right out the gate. I have no obligation to treat you ilk with any courtesy or greeting. Any faith I would have has long been crushed, which is why I'm in charge of religion. I bet you'll make good friends with Yusa down there. I dedicated my entire life to fulfilling the wish of a single person. Angela stomped that wish, got it. Plus, you probably love me as well, since I'm her full-time assistant. I mean, you already had an agreement and everything, didn't you? You're supposed to help her complete the library and find the one book she seeks, right? You truly believe that the one singular book exists, as Angela claims? Duh, she wouldn't be looking for it if it didn't exist. Indeed, she firmly believes that the invitation will lead her to that book somehow. Well, let me ask, how could you put your faith in the invitation and Angela so easily? Including her promise to give you freedom once her goal has been met. Well, I mean, obviously, the library is expanding as a matter of fact. And Angela and the other librarians are slowly changing too, yeah? So that is the basis of your faith. How preposterous. What's your point, old man? Just bring me more books. I spent much time in boredom until now. Alright. And we get Hakma out the gate. Unlike Bina. And we can now do more Keter Abnos. Very cool. Let's burn some books. I think the head librarian's designs, yeah. We're gonna reuse designs from Loboto Corporation, but not exactly. Their own spin on things. Wow, we got their pages, wow. Shocking. I don't think I'm quite ready to make a ranged deck yet, but this is looking like it's gonna be very strong once we're there. Alright, let's see. Yeah, we got Thumb Soldado key page, I know, crazy. You like their gimmick, very fun. I can tell. Yeah, I got a hard cutoff in 25 minutes, so if I start a long fight, we're not finishing it. Or I have to log off. So maybe we call it there. It's unfortunate, I know we didn't do a whole lot of actual fighting this session. But, I unfortunately have a hard cutoff today. Could try to do a general invitation, that's true. You know, funnily enough, despite playing this game, I don't actually like deck builders all that much. I'm not a huge fan of deck builders. Do you happen to know the right combination for one of the better general invitations? There are a couple pages that were mentioned this stream. I think I used maximum value of assigned 16-bit integer for the number of books. You got those that have 68,000. 2 Nightmare books. Is that Nightmare? I don't remember the symbols. Yeah, okay. So I can do that. Blade Lineage. Just one? Okay. I'll try it. 7 Association. Taking a target with a damage type they're weak or fatal to, deal +1 damage. Interesting. I find it funny that using Kim's book is going to put you against Kim. It's entertaining. Sure, we'll keep trying this group, I guess. Get the hang of these gimmicks. And they're still dogpiling Isabel. Come on, guys. We can redirect them, though. 513. Oh. For a 2-pointer? Gotta get me one of those. Good news. Well, I gotta win first. I don't think I have anything that can contest that. Possibly. Well, okay, I said that. But I can't use that yet. Huh. I mean, Yield My Flesh might actually lose that one. So it does 4 extra stagger on Clash Wind. Yeah, that is a crazy good card. Holy. I want that. The two of them just threw Flesh first round is funny. Flesh, something like that. Pretty crazy. Do that. Flesh? Flesh? Okay. I've already forgotten how I said it. So bad at life. I think that's my best bit there. It means 0. That makes sense. And unfortunately, I can only do one of those, so the other one... let's just try to reduce the damage. You've got some 1-pointers and 0-pointers I can use. This gains 6 charge, so we can spend some here to draw more pages. Bum, 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 bum. Probably like Fletcher would be the English, an English word derived from that root, probably. Someone who makes arrows. Or fletching, which is the process of making arrows. Staggered. Very good. I always look down there like, wow, they're nearly dead. They're not. It's a bait. Surely Yield My Flesh will fail eventually. Add On Guard to enemy's hand. Surely this time. Okay, I don't quite have 10 charge yet. But we can gain more. Oh, we were out of everything. I didn't account for that. Okay. Do I have something else that could beat that here? 3-7 defense. That 4-8 is mostly what scares me. Now Ripple, sure, why not? Overkill, but we're trying to do damage here. That's worthwhile. This could be pretty much anything. Which is good, because we can't do anything. That's probably gonna lose, actually. But we'll restore 1 light anyway. Technically... Oh, you know, we'll do that. Is it silly? Yes. Are we gonna do it anyway? Yes. Alright, do we have any other uncontested ones? We have this one. And do I want to do something different with that then? Not a very impressive page, not particularly. Is that 22 HP? Yeah, we'll do it. Just to be safe. Nice. Nice. So you said that, or first that was, Yo Angelo from, whatchamacallit? Jojo. Okay, 2 flashes, and we're out of, out of flesh. That's also your first thought? Nice. Not just me, then. Okay, I could do this. $513 versus $513. Who will win? Cracks open a bear. Don't crack open a bear. Sure. Why not? Bear would crack you open on a given occasion, that's true. Not emotion level 3 yet. The highest single target thing I can do here is Crack of Dawn. Now that these people boost that. Okay, we're just gonna have to do that with you. Restore light. Get some burn. And it. Now you're clashing with them. Yeah. So I got to refill on Bear. I don't know how I did that. That's impressive. Now let's keep stacking burn on you, actually. How about that? Staggered. Boom. Nice. The overcharge play was correct. Possibly. Probably. Lock dice gain 1 and 2 power. Sure. Maybe that feather shield can get some use. Okay. If I sneeze, they're dead. Yep. Can't use Battery of Death, unfortunately. Still can't use Blazing Strike either. That's unfortunate. Nice! Okay, perfect. No damage taken. Okay. Do I want to swap out anyone? Honestly, everyone's fairly healthy. It's Dante from Devil May Cry. There we go. A scene, a random enemy's resistance to a normal damage type changes to normal for the scene. Interesting. Isn't from endured or normal. That seems incredibly situational. You're checking an enemy last seen with a damage type they're weak to, and the enemy has 5 or more stacks of fragile at the end of the scene. Their resistance against the type becomes fatal for the rest of the act. Okay, that sounds a little more useful. You want to inflict a lot of fragile stacks to make use of that, but then you can make them permanently vulnerable. Dante Lassie's the only one that drops the cool page. Makes sense. There it is. Oh, yeah. Bashman boost mass roll dice less die by +2. Like, too fragile. 5/9 is really good. And you can potentially boost that last one to, what is that? 7/12. We're gonna find out. I can go a little bit late. Technically. Right off the bat. Can I redirect that one too? That is the one in the front. Okay. And I kill them until they have emotion levels so they get the name book. Makes sense. There's that pretty nice attack. I do not have good cards to counter it with. Okay. Yeah, what do I do about you, Hod, here? Think over could do it. Then someone else needs to eat those, which is not an appealing thought. Yep, okay. This is so goofy. Alright, best of luck. Oh, there's another one. Oof. Just got to try and dodge it. No, can't do that. Can we not? Yeah, we can easily redirect this one. This is a 1-8. Yeah, okay. Here we go. And then wheel in one of them. That gains 4 charge, so we can boost this, do a bunch of damage. Back to yielding flesh. All flesh must yield. Yeah, okay, that sounds about right. Oh, I also forgot about Shylock again. And I mentioned Shylock was one of my least favorite Abnos in Lobotomy Corporation 2. Not as bad as White Knight, but I don't like having to pay close attention to my management simulator. Now we want to heal here. I can counter that. Sounds a little more straightforward. Boundary of Death. And we have no way of redirecting that 5. That is unfortunate. Bum, 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 bum. We're gonna need both light and page draw, but I'll do this one. We did just get the thing that we heal when we hit people who are staggered, so let's do that. For that attack. Of course, Shylock is only an issue once you get a good Black Death suit. Afterwards, you can just go whatever and probably be fine. True. Eventually, it stops mattering. Oh, Dante's kind of low. I wasn't trying to. I was just clashing. We are 100% guaranteed to get a book, though, so it's probably fine. You have... No. You do not. We've overcharged, though. Sure, why not? Is that what I wanted to do? No, this is the one I wanted to do. Yeah, there we go. That should take out 2 remaining. Got a Book of Dante, alright. And we got them all, alright. Perfect, and I'm only a few minutes over when I wanted to end. Perfect. I'll go burn those books real quick before I forget, and then we'll call it there. Nice. That one wasn't too bad. Probably because we were supposed to have done it earlier. Yep. There we go. We got that. And we got that. All these cards are pretty nice. Nice. Alrighty. We will call the stream there. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate the advice. If you don't already know, I stream generally both days of the weekend, barring other events happening. One day is other games, and then usually the other game is Library of Ruina. So if you're looking for more Library of Ruina streams to lurk in, feel free to lurk, but I will warn you that it's only 1 day a week. As usual, I have no friends to raid. So we will do an offline raid. I did Kitsu last time. Did another... not a raid, sure, why not? Thanks for being here. Hazu, Carrick, Depressed Calculator, Roland. And there was one other name at least. Onyx Mocha. Appreciate you all stopping by. Have a great weekend. Everyone else is lurking. Appreciate all of you. See y'all next week. Did I say Carrick? If I didn't say Carrick, I absolutely meant to say Carrick. I thought I already did. I always appreciate you being here, Carrick. Later.